This is Tiffany and welcome to my channel, Foxey Sunrise. The smoke is some sage that I have burning, so I hope that's not too distracting. And if I take a couple of pauses, I'm drinking some tea and we're just chilling out. Today's pick a card reading is going to be about the ancestors and ancestral messages. Now, I always have a topic in mind, but I never really know what messages will come out, so depending on that will determine the title of this video. But I can't wait to do this. So we have 3 groups. Choose as many as you like. These are just some stones that I got from the river nearby my house. This is the first group. Second group. Kind of looks like a foot. And group 3. Alright, all the timestamps will be down below, as well as any information about me, contacting me, emailing me, social media, donations, all that stuff will be in the description box underneath the video. So let's go ahead and get started with group 1. Okay, group 1. These are your ancestral messages. So we're going to start with the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. Let's see the energy of the ancestors around you at this time. Maybe even some origin. If you believe in past lives, that may come up in the conversation. If not, take what you need and leave the rest behind. I hope y'all have been doing well wherever you are. Group 1, what does group 1 need to know about their ancestors? What does group 1? The ancestors want them to know. Colors, greens, blues. You may have a Christian background, or maybe Christianity or religion is sort of rooted in your ancestry, because we have both Jesus and Mary here. Lots of blues for healing, emotions, communication. Green Tara, supreme protection. You are protected, cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. So I'm seeing that right now your ancestors are working with you to protect you while you are healing these heart chakra wounds. I feel blue in this case has something to do with your expression of your emotions, as well as a sort of purging of emotions that's around forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. And there's a lot of feminine energy, maternal energy that I see here. Very, very soft, loving, protective, healing, nurturing energy. Could be a grandmother coming through, an aunt. Let go of the need to be right, choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. And it's interesting that letting go of the need to be right, I feel leads into forgiveness and letting go. And that's what Yeshua wants us to do, Jesus wants us to do. And Jesus has a much softer masculine energy, I would say. You're on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. So we have mother and father healing, partner energies. So there may be some ancestral, generational lineage healing that has to do with both sides of your family, your mother and your father. And whatever happened to you within your childhood, and as you're healing through these things, you're being guided and protected. And there may be, I do want to suggest with this Jesus and Mary here, that prayer may be beneficial for you at this time. It may be a mode for healing and moving through this healing a lot quicker. Meow. I love this mug. Okay. And then we had this one fall out. Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. So maybe with this in reverse, there is an inner alchemy going on to where you're being guided to focus on what you desire, because while all this healing is happening, it can feel as though we're in a sort of dark and shadowy place. And so to remember that what you're doing is happening in a protective, safe space, and you can always create that space through prayer, through connecting with Jesus and Mary if you're guided to do so, and sort of checking in and realizing that right now you're going through a change and healing. And I also see alchemy in a sense of blending this mother and father energy, these two polarizing energies, the masculine and the feminine energies, healing those within you and having a divine alchemical experience internally through this generational ancestral healing that's happening right now. Whatever's going on with needing to release any resentments that may be still held within the body, within the emotional body, towards the father or the mother, or the mother or the father side of the lineage, the family. Okay. Alright, what else does group 1 need to know about their ancestors? Group 1's ancestors want them to know. Hecate, crossroads. So there's a transition happening, a change happening. Hecate is a deity over the crossroads when you die and transition. So there may be some sort of a death happening where you're transitioning from one stage of life to another. Hecate is also connected to the triple goddess, which is the mother, the maiden, mother, and crone, which is being a young, virginal being, very new to life, a mother, having created something, having a little bit more gained wisdom, and then the crone, the elder mother, the elder feminine, the wise old woman. So whichever one relates to you, there's a lesson being learned, and through this healing you're transitioning into a wiser being, and you're at a crossroads, which I'm seeing the crossroads more of a representation of there being a death and renewal process that's happening right now in your ancestry, in whatever healing you're doing that is connected to your family and your lineage. So we have secrets, her secrets, and the Red Queen. Let's go ahead and see what these are about. I would never really draw that card. The four sisters are sharing a moment of secret, privileged information. They lean on each other for support and are keenly interested in what the others have to share. When this card is drawn, it signifies the need to confide in a friend. The value of having a friend to share your secrets with is immeasurable. The release of stress that comes with knowing you do not have to carry the burden of your thoughts by yourself is such a gift. Not all of your thoughts are true, but holding them inside and allowing an internal dialogue to run on a loop can be devastating to your well-being. Be grateful for those around you whom you can trust. Share your personal internal conflicts with them and patiently listen to theirs. The simple act of speaking your mind has a purifying effect on the spirit. So earlier I mentioned expressing your emotions with this blue here. Blue is also connected to the throat chakra. So writing, if you aren't comfortable with sharing or speaking with a sister of some sort. There's a lot of feminine energy here. I mean, this is a Mystic Sisters deck, but they do have some masculine energy in here. But I'm seeing really connecting with your sisterhood or a maternal figure that you trust that will give you that nurturing energy so that you can be held, or even a masculine figure who has that ability to hold space and really hear you out. Maybe therapy could be another suggestion here, but definitely finding a way to express it so that those energies don't get kind of caked up and stuck in your energy field and causing issues like anxiety, confusion, just extreme ups and downs, being overwhelmed, just overall emotional instability can come whenever we don't move those energies, and we can move them by speaking about them, by writing them down, and burning what we wrote down. So those are some ways. And then we have the Red Queen. Where art thou, Red Queen? Here we are. Caution, ambition. The Red Queen solemnly crosses the threshold toward her chosen destiny. Crosses. This makes me think of Hecate and the crossroads. So you're really almost going through a portal of a new timeline in which you're ridding yourself of all of these old things, these things that may have been inherited, that are still painful, and in your memory there may be some things coming up in the subconscious that have been forgotten for a long period of time that are now coming up, bubbling over onto the surface to be healed. Continuing on, she has checked her strengths, weaknesses, and personal initiative thoroughly and believes she now has the inner resources to move forward. She recalls a time in the past when she had set herself a goal but fell short. She was not aware of the level of responsibility and persistence the challenge would require. Now her inner capabilities are fully developed, and she cautiously moves forward. Drawing this card advises you that solid achievements are now possible, but exercise self-care and access your own needs and abilities along your path towards success. So I feel you're definitely no longer a maiden. The maiden, whether regardless of sexual orientation, the maiden is now becoming either a mother or a crone. So reading that Red Queen card, it made me consider that you are moving forward with a fresher perspective, wider eyes, and and deeper wisdom. Because to be able to forgive, to be able to choose peace, there is, depending on how you look at it, it could feel like a loss, or it could feel like a passive win of choosing to forgive and let go, instead of feeling stronger in resentment, feeling stronger and being angry longer, if that makes any sense. Ascension cards coming up. So you're definitely moving through some really the cards seem light, but the topic seems heavy, if that makes sense. Unplugged and journey. So there's an internal journey happening here. Or the journey could be blocked at this time because you're being advised to unplug, to kind of have some alone time with your loved ones, with people who you trust, to really help you navigate through this crossroads. Let's see. Ancestors want group 1 to know. Group 1's ancestors want them to know. Group 1's ancestors. Group 1's. We'll go with this one. I am the weaver of my reality. My inner compass knows the way. Number 22. 2 is a good number of balance, and 22 adds up to 4, so some stability. Really, I think unplugging and taking that internal journey will align you with your natural ability to navigate internally, your intuition, to really navigate through your emotions, hone in on them, and be like masterful of acknowledging your internal landscapes and navigating through them as well. And just remembering, like, through this process, to remember that you're the one in control. You're the one in power. So, let's see. And the spider gives me, again, this ancient feminine energy. Like a... Weaving makes me think of Native American. That came to mind. So Native American lineage. Maybe even using your hands to sort of calm your mind. With the weaving here, I'm the weaver of my reality. And just lastly, pull some tarot. Ancestor messages for script 1. Ancestors want them to know. What your right now you're in the process of ending this pain, this turmoil, and really cultivating your practice, your values, your self-worth, whatever you feel like you're gaining from this. It's taking time, it's taking patience. This is almost like he's just kind of acknowledging the work that he has done thus far. So acknowledging that, and balancing solitude with like admirable company. I don't know why that comes to mind, but just whilst you're healing, don't stay in that dark place too long while you're healing. Remember to get out with friends that you care about, connect with people, and if you are feeling sensitive, to acknowledge that as well and take that time to sort of step away from energies. There is an ability or a need to sort of hang on to certain attachments here, things that make us feel safe. But I see here with the Seven of Swords to take what is mentally serving you, take the best of the situation that you're healing from, and leave. You see how he's leaving these other swords, leave the rest. Kind of like this reading. So acknowledge the work that you're doing. Acknowledge that you are where you're supposed to be at this time, healing, and don't lock yourself in solitude while this is happening. Express your emotions in whatever way you feel comfortable. So group 1, that is your messages from your ancestors. Let me know what stuck out for you. Like, comment, share, and please subscribe for more, and I hope to see y'all again soon. Group 2, if you chose this beautiful stone, kind of looks like a foot. This is your reading. So it started with So if you believe in past lives, that may come up in the channeling of these messages, but if not, don't worry about it. But let's see the energy of the ancestors surrounding you. Group 2. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. It's really beautiful outside where I'm at. Can't wait to wander around in a forest somewhere near my house after this. If I do pause, I am drinking tea, and the smoke is from the sage that I'm burning. I may stop to relight it, so don't mind me. Alright. What does group 2 need to know about their ancestors? Group 2 needs to know about their ancestors. Group 2's ancestors. Group 2's ancestors. Wow. Green Terra again. Group 2's ancestors. Interesting. Commander Ashtar. So I believe Freya, so we have Freya here. I know it's some kind of European background, I just can't remember. Green Tara, she came up in the first group. So I feel that so far there's a big emphasis on the ancestors are very protective over us. And they're helping us to transition. They want us to know that we can trust them, that they are on our side, whoever they may be, and that they're on our side, and they want us to have a great experience while we're in this life, and also they're partnering with us to move through whatever phases and cycles are happening within us, within our family, and that have happened in our family's lineage. So we have Freya, phases and cycles. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So a lot of releasing is happening within the groups. I'm noticing a lot of wisdom to be had with the raven. I believe this is a raven behind her, and a connection to feminine energy and the phases of the cycle, the moon cycle probably, and just the waxing and waning of life. She has the I believe this is a Celtic Holy Trinity. Holding her jacket together. Let me make sure it's Freya. Norse is the Norse goddess of moon and love. She's a warrior goddess who offers deep spiritual and physical protection to those who call on her. So deeply protected here. Again, okay, it says she herself is the maiden, the mother, and the crone, and the last group had Hecate come out in one of the decks that I shuffled. And so Freya, there may be a connection to group 1 here. If you chose group 2 and you were drawn to group 1, there may be a message for you there, very similar. But there's a transition happening with this group as well, and an extra emphasis on needing to be protected. And the moon makes me think of the womb space and the sign Cancer, and so possibly you're being placed in this incubator of protection where you may not be having a lot of outside contact because of how sensitive you are feeling while you are shedding, you're healing and transitioning. It's like spiritual puberty. And lastly, we have Commander Ashtar, so some starseed galactic energy as well. And he kind of looks Nordic to me too, honestly. Call to action: take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So this is in reverse. So I see this as in alignment, again with the blue here, in alignment with your internal compass, your expression, your self-actualization, a call to action to come inside and to examine, take charge, and to possibly spiritually lead by example, to align your walk with your talk. And by going inside, you can understand how you talk, if it needs to be changed or implemented, and then being able to follow suit externally through your actions and sort of weaving your existence with integrity, having integrity in the way that you take action and move through the world. And so that takes a lot of internal inspection, and things change, values change, thoughts change, but being able to check in with them, like hygiene, like a hygiene, spiritual hygiene practice. And being prepared to step up and be a leader after once it's time to come out from this incubation period. I'm thinking of a Virgo energy, Aquarian energy. Pisces is coming up. Scorpio with the Raven here. I said Cancer earlier. What does group 2 need to know? What does group 2's ancestors want them to know? And respecting when you're high and when you're low, and finding an equilibrium with that and not being sort of washed away with the tides. Do the ancestors want group 2 to know? What do the ancestors want group 2 to know? Mystic Sisters. Interesting. So I'm going to read these. Okay, here we are. Oops, I'm gonna hold it upright even though it was reversed. Okay. Confidence, self-expression. The divine tarantella is an ancient Grecian ritualistic dance performed in honor of the god of music and the sun Apollo and the god of wine Dionysus. The rhythm of a tarantella slowly increases, causing the dancers and the musicians to reach the heights of frenzied ecstasy. The goddess of the divine tarantella calls you to act out your unabashed, exuberant, and childlike self-expression. It is a form of exorcism, to dance the bad spirits or negative energy out. Drawing this card is a reminder of the healing power of bold, joyful action. When all else fails to uplift, a vigorous dance will work like a charm. Lose yourself in a song and dance with wild abandon. This ultimate expression of the body, mind, and spirit will shake all bad vibes right out and increase your overall health and vitality. So, this card is red, and I was thinking of the moon cycle and the womb space. So really, with it being reversed, it feels like this movement, the sensual bodily expression of the physical form is happening in the privacy of your room or wherever you are before it's able to be fully expressed. So honing in on your sexual energy, connecting, I know I keep saying womb, but this can work for a man as well. Connecting with your body. For a woman, maybe connecting with your moon cycle, with the blood of the moon cycle, really becoming comfortable with how your body works, how it functions, really also moving the body with yoga, with dance, gyrating, whatever stirs up that sexual energy so that you can shake up whatever is stagnant. if there are energies that are stagnant, if you are moving through a hard, difficult time, if you are in the middle of healing, really accelerating that process through movement and through really honing in on your confidence, your self-love, and expression. Decorating yourself is something else that I'm seeing here. Whether you get your hair done, you paint your nails, it's just little small practices, accessorizing, maybe revamping your wardrobe, so you're every time you step out and put something on, there's no reason to not feel good about yourself. So kind of releasing those things, like with the phases and cycles, releasing those phases where maybe, for me, for example, I was a scene kid for a while, and eventually I transitioned into wearing more flowery things, more dresses. So I realized that I had to let go of that dark period of my life that also connected to the dark clothing, all the black that I wore. So if that relates and resonates to you, releasing those articles of clothing, maybe even redecorating your room, just freshening up the energy, moving it around, trying something different, that will add to your self-love, self-expression, and music as well. It mentions music here. The sun, Apollo, music, and getting outside and getting charged by the sun. There's a lot of like reds and bright colors of grounding energy, so really honing in with the earth too. I'm seeing that now with green Tara and Freya, so really getting into the earth, dancing outside, going on even if it's just a meditative silent walk, something along those lines to help with this transition that is happening. The Mystic Sisters. Psychic connections, shared visions. The Mystic Sisters reminds you to trust and value your closest friends, seek their advice, and offer yours to them. If you are not able to physically visit them, try contacting them by psychic means. There are those special few we meet in our lives with whom mysterious bonds form so deeply it feels like we've known each other's souls before in previous carnations. These friendships offer lessons through which we can correct our karmic behavior. They awaken us to hidden gifts of character. Perhaps they have some aspect you admire but find lacking in yourself. All it may take to resolve your present issue is to channel your friend's nature. Let their voices be a guide. Send them love and gratitude in return. That is beautiful. So I'm getting a lot of Gemini energy here, just in the sense that like that projection and reflection energy. So your ancestors really want you to know that connecting with your either relatives or your closest friends will really help you move through these phases and cycles, and to really also your friends can help you see yourself a little bit better than you would while you're healing in solitude. And I can say this is very relatable to me, because there's some things that we forget about ourselves, especially if you've been in quarantine all this time, and we may be having to go back into quarantine. I'm in America. That's been the kind of rumor that's been going around, and so there's a lot that can be forgotten about ourselves while we're in solitude, and we don't have that person to sort of be our mirror and reflect back to us what may be unseen by us when we're in solitude, and it can be a really huge blind spot. So connecting with others, helping others, finding space, because this gives me sort of maternal energy, even though like Freya is the warrioress, but holding space for someone else, and by doing that, it really heals you. I actually had a reading yesterday with someone, and a lot of the times the readings are perfect mirrors, because it, one, helps you connect with collective energies, so you kind of get out of your own head when you're doing the reading, and you can see that other people are having these issues as well. And also things may be reflected to you through certain readings that that I partake in, that you may partake in if you're a reader as well, that kind of reflect to you what you need to see. And it may not align exactly with the querent, the person who's getting the reading, but you still get what you need out of it. So it's always beneficial to help others and allow others to help you, and have these conversations of what's going on, especially nowadays with the times and with all that's happening. A lot of us are able to identify that we're more aligned emotionally, mentally, than we could have been able to admit when our lives were more, I guess you could say, normal, in that we were just working and getting by. But now that we had some time away, we can have those deeper conversations and connections. So really connecting with your people, whoever they may be, and finding solitude with another, safe space with another, as you're healing, as you're gaining confidence, finding someone that you admire as a friend, that you feel is really confident all the time, and being around their energy so they can rub off on you as well. So and Gemini is also a sign of having multiple people around, being social, a social butterfly, connecting with different energies, learning from them, having different experiences through that. So socializing can be a very healing thing, especially now, because it's so hard to have opportunities to be around people nowadays. And I find that the few moments that I get around people can be healing. So this may be the same for you. Okay. Alright, what's group 2's ancestors want them to know? Group 2's ancestors want them to know. Insight, decisions, playtime. So yeah, emphasis on playtime, especially because I mentioned Gemini, and Gemini is very playful energy. So really having fun, loosening up. I feel like you're coming out of a phase of healing. And decisions, decisions. Insight in reverse. Completion, yeah. So we have the completion card coming up here too. It's at the bottom of the deck. Structure. So I see this as making decisions based off of your internal insight, and also what you enjoy, what brings light to you, what illuminates you, like this moon card here. What is calling you to action. And when you connect with your confidence, when you're rooted in yourself, this card is very red, and it makes me think of just being very rooted in who you are. You can then trust your insight. I'm seeing that it's either internalized or it could be blocked, but really rooting with yourself, being with people that you feel comfortable with, that you feel that you can open up with. So having those two things, like your internal rooting system and your external rooting system through the people that you love, your internal rooting system through the love that you have for yourself, and loving your body where you are at, whatever that means for you, loving who you are, the decisions that you make, and transitioning towards making decisions that are about what will make you happy, what you will enjoy, and also what you're being guided towards internally. Instead of, say, being in survival mode. And I see that with the bones here. and with Freya being the warrioress and being in hyper protection sometimes. When you feel unsafe and you feel like you need to be super protected, or you're feeling in a space where you're sensitive and needing to be protected, sometimes the anxiety that we feel will put us into a survival mode, in a mode of, this is what I need to do, and I have to do this because I need money, or I need to do this because, that I need to do this, versus I feel guided to do this. I love doing this. I want to do this. Excuse me. So the bones here just make me think of like fossils and sort of caveman times, hunting, gathering, and so that time period when humanity was just wanting to survive, striving to survive. And that's still, I feel, innate in us. It's very natural for us to have that sort of fight or flight instinct. But now you're moving into a place where you can relax, you can have fun, you can dance, you can move your body, you can be sexual, you can just relax. You can relax and allow yourself to move through those phases and cycles with grace, versus being kind of rocked and put in a place where you're not having fun. You're kind of like trying to get out of these cycles and phases. But I really feel confidently that this group is very, very close, and coming to an understanding that they no longer have to they can now choose to play. They can now choose their intuition, to listen to it. They can now choose themselves, and they can relax ultimately. So this came up at the bottom of the deck as well, and it connects to Irish mythology. So I'm seeing there's an emphasis on Celtic roots, Irish roots, fairies, the earth, forests, living in a forest, and then we had Greek come up as well. So an affinity to mythology for sure with this group. Okay. Alright. Root 2. The ancestors want you to know. Root 2. 2. Do the ancestors want you to know? Root 2. Mushrooms. There's a mushroom here in this picture. I don't know if any of you guys are into psychedelics, mushrooms, or just plant medicine in general, or some kind of herb medicine, working with the herbs, working with plants, gardening. Alright, what does group 2 need to know about their ancestors? What do the ancestors of group 2 want them to know? Group 2 ancestors. Group 2 ancestors. Group 2 ancestors. Conscious eating nourishes me. So maybe connecting with your body as well. You can start with what you're eating. If you're not one to be physically active, maybe starting with feeding your body good foods, seeing how that makes you feel, and then moving forward with some kind of movement as well, and seeing how that affects you and makes you feel. So we have I welcome clear vision and inspired action, number 5. And with focus and intention, I can shape energy in any direction. Wow. I really feel that these are only in reverse because of a need to connect with thyself and your intuition, because this is in your reach. I don't see why this couldn't be in your reach. Why you don't. It's like one thing to know and one thing to act and be it, which can feel like a bigger step than it has to be or it seems to be. And these women are nude, so really connecting with your body. Mirror work comes to mind. That I love mirror work. We have the yin and yang, the black and the white, so really integrating your shadow here. It reminds me of sort of the moon as well. So how she's in the darkness and being illuminated, and then the raven sort of makes me think of shadow work as well. So possibly connecting with, if there's ever been a time where you've identified with your sexuality in a negative sense, going back in that shadow work, connecting with your body naked, and kind of bringing that darkness into the light so that you can see the benefits of that. Why it's okay for a person to be sexy, why it's okay to connect with your body, to feel comfortable naked. I don't know why OnlyFans is coming to mind. Nobody needs to do that to feel comfortable with their body. That's not necessary, but I don't know why that was something that came to mind. And really doing something because you want to, and being brave enough to not worry about what other people think. So sometimes for me, if I wear something a little low cut, now it doesn't bother me as much, but I know back then it really felt like I was offending other people. Like I needed to cover up so that I didn't make other people uncomfortable, even though I chose the outfit and even though it makes me feel good. So it's strange. We think that that's a selfless act, but again, sometimes being triggered shakes up the energy so that we can kind of so that the things that need to be healed, looked at, examined, can come up to the surface to be dealt with. So if this is anything connected to triggering other people by being yourself, by feeling more comfortable with your body, by wearing certain things, by being naked on OnlyFans, if any of those examples relate to what's actually going on, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it, because what you're transitioning into is a force. It's very powerful. I'm seeing fire energy, playful energy, fiery energy, Aries, Leo, an ability, a transition into shining, into being stronger in your authenticity, which can offend some people, which can challenge people who aren't aligned with their own authenticity, who aren't working on being aligned with their own authenticity. You may not even be there yet, but to have an interest in moving towards that direction, it can shake up other people, it can challenge other people, and then they're sort of forced to think about it and do the same. So whether you're offending someone, indirectly offending, not being mean or anything like that, but just whether you're triggering other people with your new radiance, your new grounded, rooted insight, your ability to be playful and light through these hard times, it's gonna happen, and we have to be brave in being who we are, and knowing that shit happens. People will be offended regardless. And when you are when you are making decisions based on what you love, who you are, what you're rooted in, your authenticity, your self-actualization, you'll be able to identify with clear vision. With clear vision, you will be able to identify that these people who are offended may be coming from a place of sadness or what have you. You'll be able to sympathize with these people, and it won't bother you as much. So yeah, honing in on this insight, shadow work, being able to see beyond. There's an eagle here too, so we have a lot of bird imagery, a lot of air energy, communication, communicating your truth. Freedom may be an emphasis here. Traveling, speaking your mind, writing, or creating, communicating your truth, and having this also clear vision, this higher perspective, like I was mentioning earlier, of who you are and who you're not, and sympathizing with others who may be intimidated by this new transition, this illumination that you have for yourself, because by you illuminating yourself, it will kind of mirror the same effect in the external. And what I mean by that is, if you're constantly illuminating within, you will by effect illuminate things without. So that includes people, issues in society, and whatever's going on. So, and not everybody is on that path. Not everybody wants to be illuminated in that way. Not everybody, just by your mere presence. Look at this woman. Look, just by your mere presence, you may really shift and shake up the energies of a room, the energies of space around you. You have to be ready for that. And keep things light. Keep things light. And stay connected to your inner guidance. So we're going to do, lastly, the tarot. What your twos ancestors want them to know. Group 2, ancestral information, ancestor messages. What do ancestors want them to know? Group 2's ancestors want them to know. Wow. Again, decisions, making a choice, making the higher choice, the choice that is divinely meant for you. Making the so-called easier choice. Okay, and as I say that, 9 of Wands is in reverse. So letting go of this effort of having to try too hard to be something that you're not, because that is harder. That's a harder work. Being at a job you don't want to be at, being somewhere in a relationship that you don't want to be in, making choices that are against your insight, your intuition, making choices that bring you further away from this completion of whatever cycle you're in. Letting go of this anxiety that comes with making decisions that aren't aligned with you. And it's okay to be in this space, because however old you are, we're always working through some kind of conditioning, some kind of way of living that was kind of innate to us, that has become a pattern, that has become such a deeply rooted habit over months, days, years of time of whatever you're doing, of these decisions that you made, and realizing now that you can make a choice that is more harmonious to you, that is more aligned with you. It may upset other people. Living for yourself means that, you can't just be, I don't want to say you can't be cooperative with people, but you're going to have to ruffle a few feathers. And by doing that now, making those decisions now to say no or to say yes, will release this energy of anxiety. And it's in reverse. Look at this guy. He's like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch my back. He's been through it. Let me see if there's a... That's your third card. I'm not gonna shuffle. Ace of Swords. So you're having this epiphany now. I have chills. Yep. Being more rooted in your spiritual practice. Being more grounded in your beliefs. The Hierophant knows what he believes, or she believes. This is Taurus energy as well. So Taurus and all the fixed signs are very grounded. They don't have to be convinced of anything. They aren't swayed easily. They know what they want, they know what they like, they know what they don't like, and that's it. That's it. And it's funny, we have the Lovers here, which can lean towards a Venusian energy of harmony, balance, of these two people being two individuals that have been guided towards each other, and to make choices that are harmonious and are guided by the divine. Because see here, the difference with the Devil card is that the two people are normally looking, let me see if I can find it. The difference with the Lovers and the Devil's card is that no one is looking up. No one is connected to a seemingly higher power. They're looking at each other, almost as if like it's like the blind leading the blind. It's like they're trusting each other more and both blinding each other of what is guiding them. So it's like they're only trusting themselves and guiding each other. They're both kind of like trapped in the situation, and because they're trapped in the situation, that's how they bond. Trauma bonds. And no one's looking up. No one's looking up and realizing like, oh shit, the Devil's right there. Where are we? But here in the Lovers, even though the man is looking at the woman is looking up. So in a sense, by indirect transfer, the man trusts the woman. He is magnetized towards this woman, and the woman is always looking up to the divine. She's always spiritually guided. So the man, by default, trusting this woman, will always be in the right place at the right time, because one of them is connected. And if they're merging, then they're both end up being connected to this being. I'm getting Saint Gabriel at this moment in time. Saint Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, who helps us to see clearly and express ourselves clearly. So really making those harmonious choices that are from love and not survival, not fear, not, anxiety of who's going to come around and say whatever or be mad at whatever choice that you made. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting a lot of fresh, new ahas coming through about this, about who you are and who you're not. I think I said that earlier. Who you are and who you are not. Do you eat pizza because that's what your family ate for so many years growing up? Or do you eat pizza because you like it? That's just an example, especially because we have conscious eating here. So yeah, who you are and who you are not. Your ancestors want you to decide. This to me is like juggling values. Your values that you adopted, or the values that you're sort of aligning yourself with that are more authentic to you. Which one do you choose? And, another thing that just downloaded was, we don't have to throw away all of the wisdom and value and knowledge that we gained growing up. There's some use for it, but we don't need all of it. Okay, have fun. Have fun, group 2. Remember who you are and who you are not. Okay, so that is your reading. Let me know what you think down below. I'm sorry, I'm playing with the cards. Let me know what you think down below. Comment, like, share, subscribe for more. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. All of my information to send me tips, email me, connect with me on social media. I think I have that up. If not, I need to add that. But Yeah, I'm not super active on social media, but you can still connect with me. I have all that information down below, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Come back and visit. Love you. Alright. Let me light. So many ashes. Alright, group 3. Welcome. I am lighting up the sage for you. For myself as well. For us. Hope y'all are doing okay today. It hasn't happened, I don't think, the past few readings, but if I mention any past life stuff, you don't believe in it, don't worry about it. One thing that's been prevalent in the last groups is that we are protected. We are. And to remember that we're protected by our ancestors on the other side. Oof. All right. If I pause, I'm just, thinking, taking a few sips. Okay, group 3. We got the vibes, right? Hopefully there aren't any ads in your reading. It's been good so far. So, group 3. What? Ugh, let's shuffle. Group 3, what does group 3 need to know? About their ancestors. What does group 3 need to know about their ancestors? I'm seeing a lot of Egyptian cards coming up. So, some African roots. Oh shoot. That was like 10 cards. We can move on from that. Okay. Alright. Group 3. Did I say 2? I feel like I've been saying 2. I totally meant 3. Group 3. What do we need to know about Group 3's ancestors? Group 3's ancestors. Oh wow. Yep. Egyptian energy. Group 3. Group 3's ancestors. Jesus came up again, so I need to forgive. We have Isis, we have Lord Shiva. So, I'm getting Eastern roots. India, maybe parts of Asia, Africa for sure, specifically Egypt, but it could just be you have an affinity for more indigenous, not that European, what am I trying to say? More like darker skinned indigenous people. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Anyways, yeah, so Egypt, India, and maybe other parts of Asia. I'm getting some ancestral roots from there. Magic manifesting. Transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So, group 3, you're pretty much killing it, I'd say. Yeah, you're on path. You're getting downloads and messages. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. I feel like this group is very advanced, connected. There's a lot of like ancient energies here, so like a wise old soul, just a natural ability to be connected in the crown chakra area, and possibly the throat. Yes. And this could be because we have Jesus at the bottom. This could be because you've released a lot of resentments. You've forgiven people. You've opened up your heart. And so now you're able to really clearly, potently transcend and manifest. Yeah, like, I don't know what else to say, man. You're just really connected and in tune, I feel. Yeah, be very aware of your downloads. Write them down. I feel like prophetic energy from this. Tantra, sacred sexuality, from the snake and Lord Shiva. Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Shiva Lingam. So yes, Tantra, sacred sexuality, may be coming up for you. You may have a connection to it, ancestrally somehow. Yeah, this is really good energy. Okay. Enough said. Not much to say. Enough said. Okay, group 3. What does group 3 need to know? What does ancestors group 3 want them to know? Group 3 ancestor messages. Ooh, that one flew. Group 3 messages from their ancestors. Nurture, trick, reward. That's weird. Nurture, trick, reward, vacation. I'm getting more energy towards like choosing to nurture yourself over tricking yourself into doing something because of money, especially with the vacation card here. So something about like righteous work, righteous action. So choosing the reward of what will nurture you most versus being, quote, selfless and thinking that that will be more rewarding. And so really protecting your energy from other people who may be pulling from it, because this is pretty powerful energy. And when you have powerful energy, I feel a lot of people want to be around you. People of all sorts of shapes, sizes, actions. So being aware of that and feeling like, not feeling like you have to give so much of yourself to others, giving what you have to give to others. Because I feel like a lot of people may confide in you and may want the nurturing that you give to yourself to be given to them. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So not feeling obligated to nurture other people. That is not your job. And it can be rewarding, but I think discerning with your ability to discern whether this is rewarding or if this is a facade. This is just someone who's trying to suck me from my energy. Because, you know, it's oh, this is in reverse. So, being on top, like I was saying earlier, it's like, damn, group 3, like y'all are really getting it, and that could be a good thing, but it could also attract certain people who can see that you're thriving and want a piece. But I keep getting drawn to Jesus here, and I'm just getting the word understanding. To just understand where they're coming from. But because we have Father healing here, I feel like a sternness from that as well. So loving them, but also being stern about your boundaries. Being stern about what you can and cannot do for other people and how you can give to them. Taking a break from giving to others. From your job. From whatever is draining you of your own self-nurturance. And never choosing reward over being fulfilled when you're running on empty. All right. What do I do? The moon deck next. So we need to know from their ancestors. Just group 3's ancestors want them to know. Ancestors want them to know. That's crazy. We have number 3, healthy boundaries keep me centered and balanced. So again, like nurturing yourself first and knowing that that's not a selfish act, and don't fall for the reward of nurturing someone else despite what you need. And we have number 3, so the third card of this deck, the moon deck, which is the Empress. The Empress is aware of her abundance, what she has to give and what she doesn't have to give. And the Empress tends to her needs first, because when she does that, she can then give with an overflowing cup versus a cup that's half full or completely empty. So knowing your worth in that, because the Empress knows her worth. I have unlimited potential and claim my purpose. All I need is within me. Yep. I don't know what you're doing, you're trying to do, what you have planned to do, but it's gonna be brilliant. She's holding, it looks like the moon. So like harnessing her emotions to be able to materialize, to manifest her purpose, to manifest what she's wanting, honing in on those emotions, which is the moon. Having control, she's holding it, she's in control, she is at a vantage point where she can view her emotions, she can look down and look at them, examine them, see what it needs, see what's going on, see what's going right, see what's going wrong. And I'm seeing we have the light and dark here. We have 2 masculine figures and 2 feminine figures, so I see a good balance here in that. So that's really cool and interesting. My community is supportive, loving, and active in the world. So this is in reverse, and I'm just wondering if you're like the beacon for all of your friends, group 3. If you're like, if you're too good for your friends. I don't know how else to say that. It happens to all of us where we don't really realize that we're being mistreated by our friends, but finding a group that is supportive, is loving, and is active in the world, because I feel like whatever you got going on, you're going to be active in the world, and you would thrive. You will thrive. And you can thrive so much better when you have people in your life that are doing the same, that are wanting the same things as you. So finding that community is really important here. And that will nurture you and will assist you, and it'll feed your soul more, and you will be more likely to have an overflowing internal emotional cup, a cup of just love, nurturing, compassion, and a deeper patience and ability to serve others whenever you have a community that really supports you and nurtures you and feeds you and balances you and believes in your vision. Maybe there's people around you that just, they're full of doubt. Maybe not for you, but they don't even believe in themselves, and so that kind of rubs off on you. And it brings your energy levels down, or you have to bring the energy levels up because of it. And then we have another collaboration card in reverse. So I don't know who you're around, but you're probably really in need of like some soul family. And that may start with you first. Removing those negative influences from around you so that it can make space for more positive influence. Okay, that's pretty important. We can't go it alone. Alright. 2 more decks. Just group 3's know about their ancestors. Just group 3's ancestors want them to know. Just group 3 needs to know about their ancestors. Group 3 ancestors. Group 3 ancestors. Group 3 ancestors. Group 3 ancestors. Powerful, very powerful. The Gypsy Queen's always aware of her abilities, what she can and cannot give, her strengths and her weaknesses. She's got like this fire rolling behind her, this like power with the dragons behind her, the dragon fire energy. So we have Luna Moth, Metamorphosis, natural transformation. She bears witness to unfolding events and symbolizes the need to embrace the moment. The life of a Luna Moth is so very brief. Each phase of its metamorphosis is fleeting. Drawing this card reminds you that the only reality is right now, and to find joy and bliss in every moment you can. This card symbolizes the need to trust in universal serendipity, that you are on the correct course, and that every event has perfect timing according to its own nature. I don't really have much to say on that. just that if you're kind of feeling this energy and you're like, where is it, have fun. Just enjoy the ride. Find that internal balance, find that community, find those people, and if you haven't found them, it will happen. So trusting in that divine timing. And it's like she's concocting something, some kind of potion. I don't know, you're working on something. I don't know, you know more than I do what you're working on. But it's going to, I feel, bring that community to you. It'll attract the right people. And when you're fulfilled, your aura kind of radiates at like an optimum level. And so it will naturally magnetize people towards you. And it's really important to use that discernment to know who is worth you giving your energy to and who isn't, who will energize you and who will just take. Every group is going through a transformation. It's pretty wicked. Then we have the snake charmer, obsession and fixation. Yeah, so it's almost like an obsession of the final destination. Like, I'm almost getting like of somebody who has like 3 jobs to become rich, but they never get to enjoy or indulge in the money that they're making because they have 3 fucking jobs. So again, it's like this lack of nurturing the self and taking time to kind of like indulge in the moment, to enjoy your surroundings, to sit in your body, to balance your emotional equilibrium, your mental equilibrium, and chasing instead of allowing things to magnetize to you, feeling the need to control and chase what is already coming towards you, what you already have, what is already meant for you. So the snake charmer sits entranced in her own shadowy world. Although beauty surrounds her, she cannot take time to enjoy it. Wow, yeah. She must not break her concentration on the poisonous snake in front of her, or a dangerous outcome would likely occur. This card deals with bad habits you wish to break. An activity that once brought you pleasure and gave you a sense of power has now become a detrimental obsession. This situation has been a progressive one created through time. A cautious disentanglement is required, and seeking others to help you will make the change much easier. So, cautious disentanglement. And entranced in her shadowy world. I really feel this has to do with some kind of like relationship, and when I say relationship, I mean friendship, familyship, any of that could be really bringing you outside of yourself, outside of your natural equilibrium. Could be giving you this anxiety and need to, like, I need this now so that I can get out of this situation, or I need this so that this can be better. Which is odd, because in the beginning I was like, y'all are killing it, and you still are. And maybe that's why you're here. You just need to know that everything's okay. That you have some things to let go of. Your ancestors want you to know that. You have some things to let go of. Toxic relationships. And to focus on what you're trying to create. Focus on just this feeling that this woman has. She feels, to me, she looks like she feels safe. She feels embodied. She feels centered. Focusing on your nurturing so that you can continue to get these messages. You can continue to transcend. and take breaks, take rests from tending to others, from maybe you're a server, from tending to people, places, and things. Just, you know, and find reliable people, find a community that you can trust, so that you can kind of let a load off, so that you have a safe place to be, to feel like you're on vacation, so to speak. Finding that support system that will charge you forward so that you can continue this beautiful path, this beautiful expansive energy of insights, of rising up, of manifesting, of having your goals become reality. Make sure your support system is that supportive and not secretly or negative, you know. Not they don't have to always be like backstabbing you, but if they're just negative people, that can be really hurtful in the long run as well. So yeah, group 3. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot. I'm trying to like keep this short, but it is what it is. Hour and a half, whatever. So your tarot will be the last before I close out. Yeah, I don't know if you're fighting with somebody. Like there's a lot of arguing or bickering or something like that that's just taking your light away. What does group 3's ancestors want them to know? Group 3's ancestors, messages from group 3's ancestors. Group 3's ancestors, messages from group 3's ancestors. Group 3's ancestors. Oh my goodness. Group 3's ancestors. There's a lot of disharmony around you. I don't know what it is. Wow. Tower card. Okay. It's breaking down, and it okay, yeah, it's blocking your abundance, it's blocking your manifestation, it's blocking your concentration and focus on building an empire. Whatever this disharmony is, I mean, the Tower card to me is divine intervention. So if something is being broken down, if there's some kind of chaos happening with the relationship, with a friendship, with people in general, whatever that is, relationship is just anything with another thing. It could be with weed, your relationship with food, whatever it is, there's a spiritual intervention being broken down because the foundation in which this disharmony is happening is being destroyed, so that it could be rebuilt on a foundation of harmony, of boundaries, better boundaries, whatever that is, of not being taken advantage of nurturing yourself first. So building a boundary of harmony within that will bring you harmony without. And another thing I do want to mention lastly is like there could be an indecision that's taking place, and because a decision hasn't been made, it's being destroyed regardless. So you're moving away from this disharmony, this betrayal, this cheating, this whatever is going on with that's disrupting you being able to nurture yourself, you being able to be there for yourself. And I keep staring at Master Jesus, forgiveness. Forgiving yourself and forgiving who else is in this scenario, I feel is very important. And also being rooted in yourself, being self-actualized, remembering who you are through whatever is being destroyed, through whatever is breaking down, and knowing that it is for the best that it is breaking down, and that whatever is being rebuilt will be better, will be stronger, will be more for you, will be more aligned with you. And forgive, 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 forgive. Pray. Pray if you need to. Be stern, be strong in yourself, be stern. You can be sensitive and strong, and that's what Jesus makes me think of. And the path of love, light, and forgiveness may involve people who are in your life now, not being no longer there. So it may have different characters there on this path. The scenes will be different. The co-stars will be different on this path. It'll be different. So yeah, group 3. Remember who you are. Hang in there. Know your worth. Know who's worth being around you, and focus on what you desire. So yes, that is your reading, group 3. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, and yeah, all my information is down below if you want to donate, if you want to check out other offerings that I have. So yeah, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day or night, week, month, whatever, and I hope I see y'all again soon. Love you.